'cause you're my flashlight. Oh, oh.
Wait, what does she keep saying French fries?
It's not flashlight. I'm here this morning with Wyeth Nutrition, and we're going to have a special discussion, a forum, a workshop if you may, and we've got like Ruth Liew, we've got bloggers, we're going to have other mummies and daddies here as well as some media to talk about letting go. So whilst our guests had refreshments before we actually start the workshop, we've actually asked them to share their thoughts about these 3 questions that we're posing. In one word, describe your thoughts on parenting today. I wrote tricky. How do you handle your children's mistake, as well as what do you think is important for a child's learning curve? And this is actually dedicated to those who are non-parents. So it's very interesting to see what their answers are, and we'll be bringing this in, and this is basically what I'm going to be doing to just have an icebreaker to start off the workshop.
Got a price to do all this?
No price.
Waste of time lah.
My name is Daphne, and I'm very delighted to be here to be joining Wyeth Nutrition to be talking about how do we parents learn to let go? How do we #let them learn? As a mother myself, I've got 3. It's very hard to let go in this day and age. It's not like how things were back then. We were looking after ourselves when the parents were at work. But this day and age, I'm really scared to let my children go out on their own. They have to be accompanied. My daughter is now 9 years old, and I'm like, 9 years old, I was already cooking my own meals. So again, this is something that is a delicate and sensitive topic, but something that needs to be addressed, I think, because as parents, we really need to know exactly when should we be able to start letting them go. How do we encourage them to learn by themselves and to be independent? So that is the reason why we're all here today. So perhaps just to kickstart the whole session, I'd like to invite Mr. Muhammad Zaki, who is the Marketing Director of Wyeth Nutrition Malaysia, to probably give us, to share with us a few words on what this whole dialogue and workshop is all about. He's also a father of 2.
My father would ask, all he asks is, which basket is it? Basket is it? Dia tak tanya A ke B ke C ke, dia tak kira. Just but my wife would ask my daughter, anak Yaya, berapa A dapat? How many A's you have? So that's mine. I'm like, okay. So the question is how do we balance this thing? As I used to use the term, how long is the leash? You still need a leash, I believe lah. I mean.
It is. My 2 girls are 18 and 20. I can tell you, I screamed, I shouted, and this is Ruth Liew talking, okay?
To converse like adults until now. So he's 3, and then we can like talk like adults. But nowadays I'm quite busy because I go for events, this and that. So I don't have much time for my 1-year-old, and I see that he hasn't really spoken a word yet.
The youngest one, I told him that do not touch my makeup table. Everything here is not for you to touch. So he'll be like, okay, I'm not touching. Okay, so that'll be like every day. But one day he did something. Okay, he he break the rules, and then his eldest brother, the 15-year-old, saw that. And then he'd be like, Mommy, you know what Zishan did? So he'd be like crying. So you know what he did? He cut his hair.
But my question is, do we need to prep the children, on the consequences before an action is being done, or after that? Like after he has messed up the dressing table, then only we talk about the consequences.
There is joy to be found when you let them learn by doing things themselves.
3, 2, 1, go.
Let them learn.
Thank you.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, so what do you think about the whole discussion earlier on? What do you think about let them learn?
Letting them learn and the whole discussion is something I think we should do more of, because a lot of parents need a platform just to share, just to clear their thoughts, and also to really, do some confessions, and it's good for the soul. And it's really great, that there is an opportunity to do that. I think a lot of parents like to show off what they have done well, but what they have not done well is there should be a platform so that they will learn from it and be able to move on and do better things.
What are some of the most absurd or craziest requests or questions that have been thrown to you?
Using the toilet, toilet training. There was one case where giving Smartie to every time they poop. So I thought that might be something. It's just going to contra the situation. If you can't poop, that means you have something of a problem. If you keep giving chocolates, that would even be worse.
And how did you tell? I mean, that's the exact answer that you gave the
No,
parents.
I told the parents, I think the child will poop whether you give them Smarties or not. Using the potty is something that when they're ready, they will do it. And if they're not ready, if they're still having a lot of difficulty facing sitting on the potty, then you got to build up that confidence that there's nothing wrong sitting on the potty. There's always a good thing when you have done it. And I'm sure, if you let the child just take the time and get over the fear, it will be all right.
And final question, how do you remain so positive and so energetic and so diplomatic and just so, I've seen how you reacted to some of the questions, and the gut feeling says, this is, but you seem to have that way of words with saying, that's good, you're rewarding the child, but there's a time and place. How do you have this positivity, this enthusiasm around you? What's your secret?
Oh, what's the secret? I don't know. I just try not to. I know how people feel if I tell them directly, no, you shouldn't have done that. I know if someone would tell me that I should have done that, I would feel bad. And you don't learn when you feel bad. You tend to do something worse after that. So if you feel good, I say, hey, maybe I should try something else. Maybe what you say means something. You want people to receive you, you must tell them what they're capable of receiving. So give them time to reflect. Maybe there's another way. Maybe I haven't tried that. Okay, but keep them happy, just make them feel that they're not bad parents, but they are trying to be good parents. Because not everyone makes perfect decisions and the right way of handling children. But if they keep trying, they might end up being really good.
Thank you.
Most welcome.
Wise words from Ruth.
Oh my god, check this out. This is the Mission Playhouse. # let them learn. I expected like something small and like, okay, jual susu. check this place out. I'm like excited. I should have brought the kids. No, because I'm like, why is it only like taking like my perut and my whatever? Because obviously this is for kids. So in this section, it's called People Smart. You have to do what Lex does, which is their mascot, right?
Yeah, that's our mascot actually.
So basically, this home teaches the child to do things that are already at home. Like just now we saw susun your own pens and pencils, your books. Here is how to lay the table. Like Iman would like this.
My flashlight, 'cause you my flashlight. Oh, oh,
Wait, what does she keep saying French fries?
It's all flashlight.
Congratulations.
Okay, yay! I bought Iman supply that will last for at least 2-3 months. It's a really, really good promotion that's taking place. So head down over here at One Utama because they've got some great promotions, and you can also bring your kids to the Mission Playhouse. #, let them learn.